just sat in front watching me GB News. Good old GB News. I will give a shout out, because if anybody wants to watch real news, what's happening in England, or a news channel at least tells you a little bit of what's going on, watch these guys, because these are amazing. But yeah, I've just watched it. We'll just watch it a bit. Hold on, you watch it with me. Hold on. You might have to hear it because you can't see it really on this small telly in my van, but you can hear it.
Police Constable Sergeant Peter Pitchpot of Twat Valley Police. How are you? Very good, very good. We're looking. I'm glad you joined us today, because you know we're obviously dressed up in costume. She's dressed up in costume. You two are dressed up in costume.
We actually are police officers.
That can't be true. That cannot be true.
Believe it or not.
But there's a lot of them that are not living up to the role. So you know, like it's just this. It's more that instead of defending civil liberties like the oath that you take, it's just more you're enforcing acts of parliament and legislation just because the government and the lawmakers tell you to. And it should be that anything you find is contradicting civil liberties, you should therefore be saying, no, sorry, I can't enforce that law because it goes against my oath as a police officer that I swore to do when I signed in when I was sworn in as a police officer. And then let it go. Because if you're not doing that, then you're essentially impersonating a police officer. So, you know, this is the sort of, like, you know, it's not me trying to be nasty or anything like that, but you've got to stand up for the very things that people died for through the centuries to defend this country. And if you're not doing that, then it's just sort of almost like treading on those people's graves. But who am I? Who am I to say otherwise? But believe it or not, this guy is well behind us here. He's also not a police officer. Believe it or not, the guy has got a siren on his head.
I spoke to him earlier.
He's also, believe it or not a police officer. So there you go. What do you think of all that, though?
So ain't you a real police officer, mate?
Zach?
Ain't you a real police officer?
No, I'm not a police officer.
I thought you was one of those old school. You was wearing the old.
Watch what this lad says. This lad, besides that other lad who were talking, they both bang on, but this lad is spot on.
School joint.
No. This is an old St. John ambulance thing that I can just about fit in.
That's an ambulance unit.
Yeah. So you know St. John ambulance, you know the charity. This is like there. I used to be in it, so this is what like I used to wear and just about squeeze into
What you say? Did you get nicked for impersonating an officer?
No, but two people are in there who did get nicked for that, and it's clearly a costume. It's like, see what that bloke's wearing over there with a siren on his head? It's sort of similar to that. So when they just arrested him but it's a costume. You know, like it's like you look at this here. This girl over there who's also got a thing. It clearly says, you know, a fancy dress outfit. So therefore, should eBay be taken down because they're selling this uniform? Or should St. John Ambulance all be arrested because there's a similar kind of uniform to a police officer? What it is, they're trying to find a reason to arrest these people, and they're just throwing anything at the wall and see what sticks.
No, basically, right now, they're not really police officers now. They're just trying to get in the bread. Yeah, they want money, so any way they can, they arrest you, fine you for driving offences, impersonating officers, assault on police when they're restraining you. They're using excessive force, which is classed as reasonable force, choking people, putting them on the floor, and then they'll fine you. You will get fined for being assaulted. So it's just a cycle. It's money. They need to generate money for them. That's
for the
it.
state. Yeah, that's what it is. Do you agree with that assessment with this young man, sir? No. You're done.
Now, he won't agree with it. Why won't he agree with it? Because it's exactly what they are. Listen, I've told you 1,000 times, and I keep saying it 1,000 times. Now, I'm going to expose one of his solicitors in Rotherham, yeah? And I always said I'd expose him, and here it comes. His name is John Ford. Everybody in Rotherham knows John Ford, yeah? Now, that solicitors used to be Smith & Co, Wilfred Smith & Co. Wilfred Smith & Co was the best solicitors in South Yorkshire, yeah? Best solicitor in Rotherham. When Old Man Smithy had it. Yeah, and Old Man Smithy he got a lad off who were accused of murdering Scarborough, Skegness or something, bikers. Now, he was a good solicitor. Old Man Smith was a good solicitor. John Ford killed into coppers. Yeah, John Ford was sorting a case out for somebody I know, and he just let it stand when the judge told barrister to sit down and shut the fuck up. Yeah, the judge told the barrister from John Ford's to sit down and shut the fuck up. And the barrister were dealing with the case at the time was Mr. O'Shea. Yeah, I hope these people listening to me, I hope they want to sue me for defamation of character, slander, whatever, because I said bring it on. Because then you've got to reopen the case, and all the debts have got to come in, and believe, I've got witnesses who were in court, what heard that barrister tell that judge sit down, tell that barrister sit down and shut the fuck up. Even threatening with contempt of court 3 times for asking for the same law as what this book, what they mentioned they were working by, yeah? So let's go into your police, yeah, your police and barristers and solicitors. When you go to a police station, yeah, for a crime or suspected crime, they take you in for an interview, yeah. When your solicitor comes, you get your solicitor, you go in for an interview. Your solicitor will tell you to say nothing until you've heard what evidence they have got, yeah. So anyway, if they've got no evidence, your solicitor will tell you to shut up and be quiet. Yeah, because there's nothing they can do. Now, here we come on to where it all goes corrupt. Yeah. If you got burgled in the last 10 years, all you'll get off police is a crime number. You won't get no police come out to your door. You won't get no police officer come out and start taking statements and pictures and fingerprints and shit like that. You don't get none of that these days. You literally get a crime number. But then if you go on National Crime Bureau, 12 months later, your crime's been solved. Well, how the fuck they done that? Because they've got no evidence, they've got no items of what's been nicked, no list of items of what's been nicked, but your burglary's been solved. Well, here's how they do that. They go to prison, yeah, and take lads out of prison, and them lads take them into TICs, yeah, and then them TICs get them time off the sentence, worked between judge and police and Crown Prosecution Service, the deal's made, so they get time off, yeah, and they're all drug dealers or drug users, to be fair. Crackheads what police have just battered into ground and battered into ground and battered into ground and turned them into drug dealers, because now they police scapegoats. I've seen this in areas I've grown up in, yeah. So, like I said, that then gives police time on streets, more time on streets, between 7 and 10 in the morning to get you going to work or going to school. So they can fine you for speeding, tyre, seatbelt, whatever. It's all about generating money. All about generating money. It's nothing to do with crime. If it were up to do with crime and road crime, and traffic offences, like I keep saying, why South Yorkshire Police worse for traffic offences? Sex traffic offences, that is. Because you can go down motorway any day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come tea time, when it starts getting dark, young fella lot cars from Robin and Sheffield what's taking lasses down to Leeds. And what's down at Leeds? Oh, well, that'll be a place called Flying Pizza, what used to be Jimmy Savile's. But then they closed it down when it all came out about Jimmy Savile, and it moved to a place in Leeds, in Middleborough Woods, with a 5-star hotel outside in it, and a vet's. And do you know how much this pizza shop cost? It cost £2 million to rebuild. £2 million for a fucking pizza shop. And all round Leeds is all speed cameras. So when these trial traffickers are taking your children down to traffic them and you try chasing them, they put foot down. You get tickets, they don't. So you see how they use the system for themselves? You see how they use it? Like I said, no special about being a bobby. All being a copper is today is you're a Nazi SS. You're working for Nazi. And you're just too dumb you can't even work it out. That's basically what it is. And I'll laugh at you, mate, to be fair, because you're all on your high horse. When you say out to people, you're all on your high horse. 1 minute. But really, the only person on his high horse is you, because you haven't a fucking clue what you're doing. You're not bobbies anymore. You're tax collectors. You jumped up traffic wardens. And now you've come from jumped up traffic wardens to Nazi SS. Nazi Secret Service soldiers going against people on streets, like I said. Any brains behind any one here, you'd be looking what's going off in Australia. Because even Australia police are fucking thick. They're thickest at thick, them, let me tell you. Because you've got, I'm watching Sky News, and like I said, 2 days ago, Sky News, Australia, Victoria, Bobby's going out, beating people up for vax mandate, yeah? They were protesting against vaccine mandates, yeah? So Victoria police were beating them up. Next door in fucking Queensland, them coppers were beating their people up week before. This week, they're suing government because they've got to take vaccine. Huh? That's how I think you. That's how I think you fucking police are. To be fair, they're not wired up right. I don't think any of them are wired up right. To be fair, but watch out, man. But you can't be wired up right to work for police anyway because you won't work. I mean, I won't work. You've got all these police in Rotherham, yeah. Ain't Jerry put in Rotherham. These police in Rotherham says half of them didn't know about what were going off. Listen. A police officer's life only revolves around other police officers. They don't have nothing to do with general public, normally. They all congregate amongst themselves. You're not telling me that each and every one of your officers in Rotherham didn't know this was going up with these young girls, these 1,600 young girls. Which, while you fudge it numbers, 1,600 raped girls in South Yorkshire, raped 7 days a week by 30 to 40 men a day, for 12 years, ain't 1,600 rapes. One rape by one man is one rape. Not one rape by 40 men is one rape. No, that's 40 rapes. So the actual numbers in Rotherham alone in them 12 years were 1.8 million rapes. On numbers I had from all UK, and I've still got pictures of me all rapes in UK, there was actually 8.1 billion rapes in UK in 12 years. 8.1 billion rapes. This is how I'd like to fudge your numbers up. You see, these girls over 12 years, you've got to understand that they were getting taken and they were getting raped by 30 to 40 men. So that's 30 to 40 rapes every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for 12 years. Yeah, 1 minute, Keith. There's about 8.5 billion people. So like I said, coppers aren't that bright really. Pretty dumbass. Right. I'm off because my mate's here. Right, catch us later.